Welcome back to episode 3 of Nightmares and Dreamscapes. This time, the story at hand is Umney's Last Case, directed by Rob Bowman, best known for directing nearly a full season of The X-Files and other stuff. Once again, this story is taken from the collection that the miniseries gets its name from. But unlike Crouch End, this story is completely original to the collection. It only took 3 episodes, but now we finally have a story that's well and truly from the friggin' book. And how is it? Well, let's get into it. We open on our titular character, Clyde Umney, played by Dougal's William H. Macy. Yeah, he was in it too.
It's all clear.
A slick, charismatic PI who operates on the streets of 1938 Los Angeles. We follow him throughout his day when he deals with a scorned lover.
I am going to end my life.
You are, Mrs. Sternwood, the last eternal mystery. Not the kind of woman who would ever clean her own drains.
Oh my God!
Sugar crystals. Just as I suspected.
Oh my God!
Goes toe-to-toe with an assassin in an elevator.
Look out! He's got a gun!
Makes nice with the little blind paper boy. Kinda.
News is bad, Mr. Umney. I went to see the doctor. He says there's no way I'll ever be able to see again.
That's a real tough break, but don't lose heart. You just keep those grades up, Peoria.
Rough trip being blind there, kid. But if I'm being honest with you, I can't be bothered to give a shit. And finally getting caught in a firefight at his favorite diner, Blondie's. Before returning home, giving his neighbor's dog some career advice.
Shut up, Buster. Get a job.
And going to sleep. Everything seems to be looking up for this hard-boiled detective, but upon waking up, things take a turn for the creepy side. The mutt from earlier is strangely quiet.
Look, Buster, a cat! Hey, what's a beef? Why don't you yap when I need you to, you ignorant mutt?
And the blind paperboy isn't nearly as nice as he was the day before.
I thought you'd be happy for my good fortune, but you ain't.
I am. I want to be.
But wait!
Oh!
After Umney gets the AJ Soprano treatment, he heads over to Blondie's again, only to find that it's been shuttered for quite some time. Now unnerved and confused, Umney makes his way to his office, where he finds his mysterious doppelganger, Sam Landry. Umney orders the man to leave.
Get out of here, whoever you are. I'm taking a sick day. I can do that because I'm the boss.
But Landry instead pulls out a laptop and proceeds to mess with his mind.
Where'd you grow up? Carmel? Dusty Bottom, New Mexico? Cut the crap. Do you know? San Diego, born and raised. San Diego. That feels right. It feels right, because I wrote it.
Landry's games eventually culminate in him admitting to Clyde that he is merely a fictional character in a series of crime novels, and he is the author.
He first appeared in a mystery called Requiem for a Lady in 1977. You've grown a lot more complex and interesting since then. You were pretty one-dimensional at the beginning.
What purpose does Landry have for doing these things? What does he want with Umney? Is this the end of the old gumshoe? Well, in order to adequately explain why I feel the way I do about this story, I'm gonna have to spoil a couple things. So if you really care, go ahead and watch the episode first. Let me just check here. Yep, there it is. It's on YouTube. Otherwise, skip to this timestamp to go straight to my conclusion. Rather unamused by the revelation that his entire life has been a series of pulp novels, Clyde tries to go home, but Landry's reach as the puppet master of Umney's world shows no bounds. Upon arrival, Clyde finds both of his neighbors dead, and Landry there waiting for him. Appalled, Umney tries to fight, but this silly crap happens.
All the strength went out of my muscles. My legs felt like a couple of strands of al dente spaghetti. All I could do was flop back in my chair and look at him.
Yeah, well, that wasn't very good.
That's not very good, but rapid composition has never been one of my strong points.
Oh, well, okay then. You win this round, Umney's Last Case. Landry eventually shows Umney his personal diary, in which he details the death of his son and the subsequent collapse of his marriage.
Where are you?
Page 187.
No, not what freaking page you're on. Where are you?
How are you? Because you're not here with me.
I'm working.
You're escaping off in your own private universe.
Landry then reveals to Clyde exactly what his deal is. For him, the real world has become too hard to bear, so he's leaving it for good. Sam is effectively evicting Umney from his simple, action-packed life and taking his place. Of course, Clyde is resistant to abandoning everything he's ever known, but after another round of literary torture, he becomes more submissive.
You didn't have to do that.
Umney is then sent to the real world, and very shortly after the switch, both men realize neither of them can easily slot themselves into the other's life. Sam isn't cut out for detective work, and Clyde is a horrible writer, but unfortunately for them, the deed is already done. They're both stuck. And that's just kinda where the story stops. Umney tries writing, and he's like, well, I'm real shit at this. Hope you suck at my job too, Sam, you dickhead. And boom, credits. To tell you the truth, this episode was a pain in the ass to write. Battleground was real good, so I had stuff to say about that. Crouch End was hot garbage, so I had stuff to say about that. Umney's last case is real meh. There are elements that I like in this. For example, in the 1938 world, we see this woman Candy, and it's established that she's one of the girls Umney likes to fool around with. Then later, we see her again in the real world, and it turns out that she's Sam Landry's pool cleaner, implying that Landry has a thing for her. That was funny and clever because it actually took advantage of the concept. The set design and the period costuming also looks really nice. It's directed well, and the acting is solid. The characters from 1938 have a real hammy delivery at times.
Boys, this is one perfect day. Somebody should slap a little R inside a circle symbol right smack in the middle of this day. A registered Los Angeles morning, a Louis B. Mayer production.
But it comes off as more of a stylistic choice to emphasize the period rather than the actors just being out of their depth. In fact, William H. Macy was actually nominated for an Emmy due to this performance. It's not all bad at all, but when the cards are put on the table, it just comes up short. In my opinion, this is the kind of story that shouldn't be confined to the hour-long format. There's so much you can do with this concept that someone could easily flesh this out into its own film. As far as this adaptation stands, it's a technically well-made, well-acted, uneven tale that's undermined by its rushed and unsatisfying ending.
Yeah, what a pisser for me.
Maybe don't skip this one, but don't expect much from it either. Let us once again hope for an improvement next time when I review episode 4.